Well, hello, friends, and welcome to my studio. Today is day 17 of my 24 Days of Christmas Cards series. It's the first year that I've done a Christmas card series, and I am so loving it. Today is a very special replay, and I say it's special because the live stream that I did was with our daughter, and I'm posting this replay on her birthday, which is December 17th, where she and her dad are in Hawaii doing wonderful things like climbing volcanoes and checking out sea turtles on the beach and doing all kinds of wonderful, wonderful things. I wanted to take this replay where she and I did a live stream together. She made a beautiful dream catcher with her gorgeous crystals. I think it was a really innovative approach that she did. And I was making some cards and tags with a beautiful product line of fairies from Lavinia Stamps out of the UK. So you'll get to see the two of us banter back and forth. You might even see my grandson Logan make an appearance on the screen. And I wanted to do this specifically today because it's Ashley's 40th birthday. So join me in wishing her a very happy new decade. Ooh, and a continued success with her wonderful business, Agelessly Designed, where she specializes in incredible crystals and beautiful home decor that can improve your spirit and your life and all kinds of good things, and a few of my cards that went along for fun. So friends, let's get Christmas creating. Well, hello, 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 and welcome, friends. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. We are doing an absolutely fun collaboration of card making and crystal design. And I am so excited to be coming from my home studio here to you this evening. Got the bright lights ready to go and have some very special things planned for this evening. First and foremost, I have a very special guest who's going to be here with me this evening. Ashley Gillis is the owner and designer of Agelessly Designed, and she specializes in doing some really beautiful work with crystals, some of which she mines for herself with her sons and family. So I'm very excited to be able to have her here this evening. And in fact, so I'm here in Ontario and she is in Alberta. So we are a couple time zones away and many, many, many degrees away. It is minus 30 Celsius or Fahrenheit, Fred? I can't remember. Let's say hi to Fred real quick here as well this evening. Hi, Fred. You gonna turn and wave at us? Hi. Fred and Luigi are in the next room doing all the wonderful tech support that they always do. So thanks, Fred, for being with us. And is it Celsius or Fahrenheit? It would be Celsius, I think. Anyways, it's very cold where Ashley is. It's very mild where I am. So I'm glad that you're here, Fred. And thanks for keeping Luigi over there as well. Tonight, I'm going to be showing you some cards that we're doing, but way more exciting than even just that is that Ashley is going to be creating as well. So we're going to do some co-crafting this evening, and I'm very, very excited to be able to do that. And if you didn't already know, Ashley and I are related. Let's get into our fantastic collaboration here. Ashley, it's so great to have you. How are you?
I'm good. Cold, but good.
And tell me how cold it is there, because it's really cold.
Yeah, Celsius, minus 30. Well, it was minus 30 this morning. I think we're at minus 27 now, so not as
It's
bad.
way warmer when it's minus 27, right? Way,
Yes.
way warmer, indeed.
I'm going to top my screen because I can't see. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so Ashley, why don't we start with you telling us about, I'd like to hear about Agelessly Designed. Maybe if you could start to tell us a little bit about why you started the company.
So the kids and I were doing a cross-country road trip, and we stumbled upon an amethyst mine, and I've always loved crystals and collected them. But when we found this mine, I was a child in a candy shop, and we brought an embarrassingly large quantity home. And so I had all of these pieces, and I didn't know what to do with them, and so I started breaking them off into smaller pieces and started making jewelry, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. And yeah, I do a lot of crystals that are just like, they are either carved by phenomenal carvers or things that I've made with them. But I also make, things like this where it's like, cinnamon stick and some orange and a quartz and then a little macrame leaf that you can use by your door for protection, or you can put it in your car to have a cute thing there. And so depending on what everybody kind of wants to utilize them for, they do. And yeah, so it's all these different varieties of things.
Okay, well, before we get into crafting, I want to hear a little bit about how I guess the question I want to ask is, how do crystals work? So some crystals mean some things and others do other things. So can you give us a little bit of a beginner 101 on crystals?
So crystals have different metaphysical properties based on, I guess, the different minerals that are in them. And so throughout history, there's been Nikola Tesla was one who was absolutely obsessed with quartz crystals and trying to figure out different ways that he could use it to make different things happen. And he was actually able to, I have it written down, but he was able to light I can't remember the number of light bulbs from like 25 meters away just using energy from quartz crystals. And so some will, like quartz, it's kind of an amplifier. So if you put it with other things, it will help those other crystals to amplify their kind of energy and force.
Okay.
But I think that a lot of people will be like, oh, I got this piece of rose quartz. That means my love life is going to be perfect now because I've got this. And it's not really how it works. It's kind of like it helps to aid you along the way. But you really have to tap into it. You have to be really open to it and kind of reach from it, but also give to it. So then you're exchanging the energy so it kind of flows more freely.
I love that.
Yeah.
And some crystals are precious, right? You said you went to an amethyst field or mine. I don't know what you call it.
It was a mine. It's in Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Okay.
And yeah, they actually, it's crazy, but huge mineral deposits there. So there's lots of quartz and amethyst and hematite that is included in them. And you can go there and you can just find them sitting on the ground right there and just dig through. And if you dig further down, you get bigger pieces. And yeah.
That's awesome. And I think you said you had something close by. You might be able to show us a piece that you had mined yourself. That would be very cool.
This is an amethyst. This is blue chalcedony, but I found it. The boys and I went down to Utah, and we did mining in the desert of Utah, which was unbelievable. And while we were there, we found this guy, it's a geode. So inside of this rock, if you crack it in half, it'll be filled with blue chalcedony, which is, you can see like a tidbit of it there.
Yeah.
And so I want to break it open so bad, but I'm so nervous because I don't want to ruin it.
Well, you must have all kinds of special tools that you use for the trade.
I do, yeah, but it's always nerve-wracking because when you break open a geode, there's always natural crack formations in them, and so if you hit it at a specific spot, you can be lucky and grab that crack line, or it might splinter off, and then you end up with a whole bunch of small pieces instead of two halves to a whole. So, yeah, if I take a wet saw to it, it would be fine. But if there happens to be water in there, you lose any of the anhydro water. So, and I don't know. It's got a bit of a sound, so I think there's something in it. So
very cool. Very cool. Well, that's awesome. Okay, now you're going to be making some things for us this evening as we're crafting. Yes. Would you like to show us a little sneak peek of what you're making, or tell us what you're going to be doing?
So we're going to do two things because both of them are pretty fast to do once you get the hang of it. So we're going to make some crystal bead bracelets. So this is an example of a crystal bead bracelet.
Awesome.
And these are 8mm beads. And so we've got some rutilated quartz, and then we have some flower agate as well. So we're going to do something with those. And then we also are making a dream catcher. So
awesome.
Take this and weave a dream catcher through it, and I will show everybody kind of how to do the weaving, because once you get the hang of it, it goes really quickly, and then next thing you know, you have an awesome dream catcher. So
I love this. Okay, all right, well, let me show folks what I'm going to do as well this evening. So Ashley's going to a farmer's market. Fred, if you want to put up the information about the dates and times that Ashley's going to be there, I will just get ready here to share as well too. So because of the nature of what Ashley's doing, I wanted to use a particular stamp company that I really enjoy called Lavinia Stamps. They're out of the UK, and I think they are probably, I'm guessing this, but probably big lovers of crystals as well, because of the types of stamps that they do. So you can see Ashley's going to be there. It's the biggest show in Alberta for a Christmas farmers market like this. So December 5th, 6th, and 7th. I think that's a Thursday through Saturday. So I chose to make cards and tags that Ashley can have for sale at her booth as well too. So thank you, Ashley, for collaborating. I think it's so fun to have an opportunity to be able to do something across miles. So I'm going to be showing you tonight a couple of the Christmas cards that I've made. Here's an example. I gotta go this way for the camera. One thing that I really love about Lavinia is she names all of her stamps. So sometimes it's a simple name, like I will show you. I have one and it's called mini pine cone because it's a mini pine cone. But she names her fairies. I've got Twilla and Rufus, all kinds of wonderful things. So that's an example of what we're going to make tonight. Here's another example. And these are just some beautiful dancing fairies that you can see on a Christmas ornament here. And then as well, I made a collection of some pretty beautiful tags, gift tags. So in each set, there's 2 of them. And you can see there's sort of some different motifs going on here. I think this one might be Ashley's favorite with the Twyla is reaching for the stars sitting on the moon in the pink there. And then as well, one of my favorites with the fun hat and being able to put a little star on the tree. So we're gonna do some fun things like that. So the way that Ashley and I wanted to be able to do this is we're gonna kind of co-craft here. And I'm gonna put Ashley on the bigger screen. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Nope. Man, I get that every single time. Okay, so it's great that you're here, Tyra. I'm so glad. Hey, Steph, I'm so glad you're here. And Sydney, so happy to see you ladies all in the house this evening as well. So Ashley in Alberta, and we can see we're not only sitting in your studio, but this is also your storefront as well. And half of your store is in front of you and half of your store is behind you, right, Ashley?
Yes, yeah. And this is actually, I never craft in here because this is kind of the China shop. So my craft room downstairs is a typical craft room that does not look as organized as yours.
Well, so it's only organized on this side. It's not quite as organized on that side, I would say. All right. Well, friends, what can I tell you? I've put us on hyperspeed here, which is really the only way that Ashley and I can get things done. She goes on to make a couple of beautiful bracelets that she had for sale at her market. You can find them on her website and message her through Instagram as well. And I'll put all those links in. But really, it was a wonderful, wonderful evening to spend with our daughter and go through her experience of using crystals in jewelry and home decor. And we had a ton of fun. You'll see in a few minutes here as we go through while she's building out. There's the bracelet that she's doing. But that I do get to doing some card crafts as well. It was a co-crafting evening for us. You can go back and watch the full video if you like. Here are the Lavinia stamps that I used. The themes was all about fairies and beautiful things that would kind of go with Ashley's beautiful work with crystals and energy. So we had a ton of fun putting this all together. She makes a dream catcher, and in the dream catcher there is a beautiful spider that she has a crystal on its body, which is gorgeous. And here's a couple of moments that you can see. I did some wreath building with the Lavinia stamps, some freehand stamping, and then as well some stamping with my stamp positioner, my Misty. Got out a touch of red to these beautiful holiday cards as well too. Ashley took these cards. Oh, there's Logan, her youngest. And she took the cards to the farmer's market. She had a great, great weekend showing there, and then carried on to Hawaii to meet up with her dad and celebrate today her 40th birthday. I can't believe Fred's littlest is in her 4th decade now. It's so great. We love you, Ashley. We're glad that you did that. Here we are back at some of my stamps. What I put together were a few stamps in these gorgeous like wreath type settings. I did some tags that matched up as well. And the thing I love most about being able to do collaborations like this is that it's being able to spend some time together in a way that is unique and fun, but kind of minimizes the miles between us because she's in very northern Alberta and I'm in very southern Ontario. So if you watch the full video, you'll see that Ashley and I go through lots of wonderful interview questions about crystals. She teaches us. She talks about Tesla and all kinds of wonderful ways that crystals are used in everyday life. And I think it's a fun thing to be able to say we have found our way to wishing her the happiest of birthdays. So thanks for letting me do this replay on her birthday. I hope you'll come back tomorrow for more of my 24 days of Christmas cards. I appreciate you.